Hi and welcome to another exciting episode of Learning Power BI. Today, let's recap what we did in our last session. In the last session, we overviewed all the options available under the View and the Modeling menu of Power BI Desktop. We did see options such as relationships, measures, columns, table type column, formats, category, summarization, roles, and groups. So at a very high level, if I have to review this with you, relationships are the connections between the two tables what you have in the Power BI desktop. Measures are the formula which you apply across the table and to arrive at a common figure. It can be a formula, or it can be an average, it can be sum, it can be a product, it could be percentage of out of certain based on certain criteria, and so on and so forth. Columns are adding a new column and updating its type. Table, we did create a manual table, also import it from different options such as Excel, CSV, SQL Server, and Access database. Format. We did change the formats of the columns, and we did see how did the rules were applied, the steps were applied on the right hand side of the Power BI desktop. We could create categories and summarization based on the columns. We did see how to restrict the view of the data present in the table by use of roles. So this is an effective way of showing or hiding the content roles. Then we did see how to group the columns into column values into certain order. So we could say north having certain cities, south having certain cities. We did group in the last session based on alphabets, and then we ungrouped them as well. Today's session, let's have a look at the more important concepts of what is data and relationships present in Power BI Desktop. As we saw based on our previous learnings that we can import tables, we can build relationships across them. Now today we'll do a little bit in detail identifying what are the options available while connecting one table to another table. What are the do's and the don'ts what we need to take care while we import certain pieces of data? How do you measure, or how do you identify, do you need the data completely on the Power BI desktop, or you don't mind only querying the data as and when needed based on the certain criteria? So this is one of very important sessions wherein the crux of creating relationships of the background in the background will help you build a very powerful visual on top of it. Also, particular option of cross filtering. Do you want to filter data singly or on the both sides? These are certain technical terms which we are going to study today. Let's have a look with respect to data connections and have a look at an example.